Um, Before I present my testimonial, I would like to say a few words. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank you, Teacher Wei, who come all the way from Taiwan to teach us with this class. I've been waiting for this class for 17 months for you to come, and I was so touched that you gave away, like you mentioned that you given away 300 students somewhere else and come for us for 20 students. So I really touch and appreciate that. Secondly, I'd like to thank you, Teacher Mai. Without you, I'm not sure I'll have a center to come and practice and learn and practice. So even though I don't talk to you a lot, but I really, always in my heart, I just say that you are the person I should thank too. Thirdly, I'd like to thank all the seniors, whoever attend the course before me. And I know that I would learn from all of you, especially thanks to Leo and Mui Ling. With those two, I think that you have guided me a lot, and sometimes I stuck. I didn't know what to do, and you just put in my ear, oh, you do this and for that. And Leo will come to me and say, oh, that trick for this. So I learned from that too. Finally, and very important, that I'd like to thank you, Hung and Mai. The two introduced me to the Longevitology course. I felt from the beginning, when Mai and Hung came to me and talked to me about Longevitology, I was so skeptical. I'm not sure that it is, we can really treat people. Even though my social work background, I have been working with elderly people and people with disability and all sorts of background. The way I treat people, like listening and try to provide some counseling. But when Hung and Mai came and talked to me about the energy, that sort of thing, I have vague concept of that, but I'm not quite sure. So I always skeptical about that. But then I thought, oh wow, in life we need to learn. I don't think I'll lose anything, and if I gain anything, that would be that my elderly people would be beneficial. So with that in mind, I agreed to attend. So the first experience for me, when I came and sat here, and then second day we started with the practice. I came home and I got rash everywhere on my body, and I just say, oh my God, so what is that? So, and then my husband said, oh, it's not a good sign. But then I asked Mai, and Mai said, oh, don't worry, don't give up, just come, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, I'll do that. So I continually came, and then in the meantime, I decided that I'll put into practice with my elderly people. Now, because I've been working with elderly for 22 years, and I said before, I normally provide counseling, and with my elderly people, some I work and then I just listen, and then they talk to me about their life, and most of the elderly with the end state of life, they talk a lot, and sometimes they are very lonely, even though they do have children, but they can't express to the children, and they go through different pain from psychological, pain from physical. So I provide as much as I can. And another thing I disclose to you as well, that because I grew up in a war-torn country and arrived here as a refugee. So in my life, I just told Mr. Chung before that, with this class, the teacher raised the issue and touched the issue of spiritual, and I just told Mr. Chung about in my life. I've seen and I met about 3-4 ghosts, and it is true. So I started to tell Mr. Chung how the ghost thing, and I'm Catholic background, and then now, and doesn't matter which religion come, I just help people and with no religious issue. So even when Mike told to me about Longevitology, I said, oh my God, it's not another cult. I don't want to join another cult and then tell me to go to either politics or religion. And Mike said, no, you believe me, don't go, it's not at all. And I just said, okay, I'll keep, I'm really reserved in a way. I have to be careful. If people ask me to help with anything, I would, but I would not make such a comment in terms of political or religion, right? So from that, so when back to see 2 ways. One, then I apply for myself. And the first incident I think I shared with you guys last year or early this year, that I went to camp, and then I did not take any medication. All of a sudden I felt really sick, and because 18 kilometers from the campsite to the outside, my husband, and about 7 o'clock, really in the winter time, my husband said that no way we can get out unless we call the ambulance. So I said that to my husband, just leave me alone, and I just went into the camp and I started to do, to apply, and I just thought I must do it. And then that next day, then I started to see 7, and then the 12th, and then the C, all whatever I could remember, and then I put it, and they could come everywhere, and 3 and things like that. And I didn't bring the book with me, see, so I just related. And in the campsite, I didn't have mobile phone, so I couldn't ring my or him to ask. So, but I did confess that when I went to the holiday the other day, I had to take mine to ask a question when I helped someone else about the sickness, something like that, but because I couldn't remember. Anyway, come back to the camp. So next day, my husband said, "Oh, you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm okay." He said, would we go home? I said, "No, don't go home, just stay back." And then I had to overcome that. And I just said, "No, it really worked, okay?" So, and then I applied bits and pieces on my stove, like with hay fever, and then I just do it. Normally we have very bad hay fever, and then one of the thing I had that I passed the urine a lot through the night in the winter time. So when I had it from the lesson from teacher Mai saying that, "Oh, hold up," and I just go home. I started to do that and hold, and then I just, oh my God, when I sleep I do that, I can't do it. And then Mai said, "No, you just hold at the front, that should be okay." But now that symptom gone, completely gone. So that is another sickness I cured myself. Along with that, I started to apply adjustment on my elderlies. I call my elderlies because I love them, and I always provide the comfort to them. So since I came to the Longevitology, I said, why not? So instead of sitting and listening to what they say and comfort them in word, I started to use my hand and my heart. But believe me, because with time restriction, every time we visit the elderly person, and I have very vague idea that whether I cure, is that work? But then I have to say, talk to myself that, don't talk about cure, just tell the person that what you're doing and ask them to close the eye. And I just said, okay, before, if with my person, sometimes, you know, I just said that I'm learning deep, and then all you can do with me that close the eye and relax with me, I think myself, right? So the person close the eye, and then the majority of elderly person that they got insomnia or pain, right? So then I started with C7, C6, and then I started, and Hung came with saying that shortcut is to do this and this, and then the other hand you do this, you know, and then I just said, oh, that's good, that's the technique I learned. So I came back, instead of I do 7 and 6 two hand, I just do it, and then the back as well. And some, in my heart, I just say that I just do it at comfort. And I didn't, you know, but then the elderly person said, Helene, I slept very well. And I just said, is that elderly just happy for me? Or just say that because she or he appreciate? But anyway, but I put it aside, and like the teacher Wei said, seed of love. And I think that the seed of love is there. So, and I continue to do it. Yeah, and then one of the elderly person had a knee surgery, and then I visited her at the hospital, and sometimes I nick off on the Saturday. I didn't come because I visit elderly person at the hospital, and sometimes I finish work at 4:35, and then I went to the hospital to visit at my own time, and I couldn't. A few times I asked Hung and Mai to come. They volunteer, and then a bit awkward that because they haven't met, so, and then I did it within my work. I have to have their consent, you see. So that is a bit awkward as well. So I just went there, and then one of the elderly, I remember that she had a really big cut, and that's swollen up really red, and I just like, what should I do? And then I just remember that just apply, and then my hand, I just apply and hold that, and then all of a sudden, initially when I just touch, really hot, you know, like burning, and you can see the red. And I just sit there, and I asked her, she knew me because I've been doing that for her head and things like that. And then I said that close the eye, relax, and then we'll talk later. So time passed. I think that when you talk like this, the time passed quick. But when you apply the Longevitology, so I think that the time is, you know, you need to really to be patient. You have to have a patient, and I think of nothing. And to me, that's why I share with other people. They say, what does Longevitology mean? I just said, oh, basically you just close your eye and meditate and just relax, and then you'll be alright, you know. And so when I did that, and after that she just said, oh, it's cool down here. And I just thought, oh, okay, so can I leave now? It was by that time about 7 o'clock, so I have to go home. So then I came back next day, and then honestly, you know, like when they put the staple, you can see it really red, and I worry that she was in the hospital, she's tight, but you can see that, you know, like she just, oh, maybe my skin is no good and get infected easily. But I just said, I'll try to come for you. So I devoted myself to come every day for the whole week. And then you can see that, you know, like the color changes, the redness, it slowed down. Then she was discharged home, that's very good. Now, for 5 days, doctor, you know, like, the doctor asked me, what did you do? I just said, no, I just sit there and say nothing. Because I didn't want them to raise the issue. Now, when in the last 5 days, teacher Wei, I learned a lot about spiritual, and you know, like whatever you touch in the lesson, in terms of spiritual, you know, like in life, I think I mentioned before, I saw God about a couple of times in my life, and the loss of my family member through the war, and the loss of my little girl, Denise, in the sea when we escaped from Vietnam to come. With those sort of things, when sometimes it come up to, even before I become or agreed to get the degree as a counselor, I have to get rid of all of that. So I had to have the test of having to get rid of all that. So I had to attend what they call counseling, you know, intense counseling, to get rid of all sort of things in my mind. Otherwise, I would transfer that sort of negative feeling to people. So even though when you do the meditation, it comes back, and then I have to detract it and use a detractor. I learned it from yesterday. It's different in meditation. You know, I teach a way taught, because that is the way you need that to get the energy into the chakra, and I really appreciate that. You know, the spiritual you taught me, it brings me back, and whatever you taught me today, I was very interested in helping the elderly people. Yeah, in you know, like because some elderly people I have only 50 minutes or half an hour to help, and I couldn't help them. So that's why I asked the question whether I can do through mobile phone, and then I'll try to apply to the elderly people when I can be at the desk or at home, and then I continue to do that and help them. Because a lot of people got the pain at the back and then the knee or whatever, and then when after you talk or you help, you feel like you haven't completely helped. So the lesson or the course today is really provide me the better understanding of longevitology. I'm really grateful to be a part of this group. So Teacher Wei, I'd like to wish you well, and actually very well, so you can continue to travel to different destinations, and then please come back to pass on the knowledge, the wisdom, and especially you can pass on not only to us but to all the students around the world. Thank you.